Welcome to the fourth AYAOTD. Let me just preface this review by saying that I don't believe in ghosts, but if you do believe in ghosts, feel free to argue me on some of my points, but also be prepared to defend unicorns and leprechauns. I remember this episode as actually being really terrifying. It's the tale of the prom queen. Oh my god, no, the only thing scarier than a child ghost is a bride ghost.
She's still not here?
So there's this strange kind of group dynamic that forms around Christian being late. They all kind of reveal their true feelings for her.
She's always late. It's the makeup. It's always the makeup. If she's not beautiful, she stays home.
We have rules, and if she's always gonna be...
So Christian starts playing this bride character that gets really annoying.
I'm here to tell the one true version.
Yes, please keep talking like that, Christian. You realize you have to narrate the story.
Tale of the prom queen.
So finally she gets around to starting the story, which begins with, honestly, about 30 shots of this graveyard. We get it, it's a big graveyard. Dee Dee is a conservative lady who might as well be a dude, given the way she dresses. She stoops down to graze some weeds. So then these two guys jump out and scare the bejesus out of her. So Greg is the Hawaiian fellow, and Jam is old purple shirt over there.
Maybe we are.
Now, I thought Jam was a weird name, but admittedly, until the credits came up, I thought that they were calling him Champ.
Ever seen Night of the Living Dead? Hey, we're just having a goof.
Oh, but don't worry, they're just having a goof.
What are you doing here by yourself?
Bringing flowers to a grave?
Or maybe looking for ghosts.
Not a good time to joke, guys. If she was visiting a grave, someone just died that she knows.
Saturday night's prom night.
So then they fill her in on the story of the prom queen, some broad who got hit by a car, and every night on prom night, her ghost is seen walking around the gates.
Let me tell it. I tell it best.
So then Greg and Dee Dee kind of forge this weird relationship. They just met. And Champ ends up being this weird kind of third wheel.
I don't know. Sounds kind of cool.
But eventually they decide to return that night to the cemetery.
It's a big cemetery.
Seriously, like, no one was on set to say, like, hey, Champ, don't say cemetery.
Let's go ghost hunting, boys and ghouls.
Oh, Champ. So they can't find the grave of the woman, which somehow becomes important, and so they just decide to hang out over some malts.
Do you want the rest?
There's some choice extras casting in this moment.
You gotta keep a record of accidents.
Yeah, right.
Like, for real, he's not involved in the storyline. They just got this very distinct looking individual with a big white beard to just be a passerby. Really? Okay. No, that's fine.
Get real.
Well, we could check newspapers.
So they get to the library and find some article on the woman who ends up being named Judy Larson, and they also learn about her boyfriend, Ricky, who drove his car off a cliff and also died, which Champ seems weirdly glad about.
Excellent. 2 gruesome deaths. For the price of...
What was that?
Oh, thank God. It's just an old lady in the library who offers them tea.
Would you children like some tea?
And that's her only part in it. I really hate Champ. He's one of those guys who likes to do impressions but isn't good at them.
Who knows what will happen when the lights go down?
Yes, Champ. We'll all be on the edge of our seats waiting to see how the story ends. So then they head to the marina to get a boat, presumably, and they head under the bridge where one of my favorite lines happens.
Don't we need a medium or something?
No, I think we just have to concentrate.
That's just typical Are You Afraid of the Dark logic. Yeah, all you need to contact the dead is just to concentrate, just willpower. It's like an episode of Dr. Phil or something.
To contact Ricky's spirit, we have to picture him.
Really? You picture him? That's how it works? Oh, So eventually they contact Ricky, who just kind of, like, farts in the water.
What was that?
Ricky's pretty lucky that he died in a hot tub. So this is followed by one of the lamest chase scenes I've ever seen. Then we go back for the obligatory catch-up with the AYAOTD kids.
Brave kids.
Christian burns her corsage. I'm not sure what she took before tonight, but she should share some with Marianne. That chick needs to loosen up.
Yes. The gray.
So the next night, or prom night, the pre-adults go back to the graveyard and wait for midnight to roll around. Now luckily, the ghosts are looking for Carrie's chimes, so, you know, it's easy to spot her. She also just wears a big white cloak, which costs a lot less than special effects. Oh no, wait, it's Chuck, Jam's cousin.
I thought you were gonna have a cow.
He goofed them all. Chuck.
It's a car.
Thanks, Nancy Drew. I thought it was a Ferris wheel. Then Dee Dee turns into a ghost, so there's that.
Dee Dee? What are you doing?
Here comes the one-sentence plot explanation.
You see, I couldn't leave the cemetery unless someone brought me with them.
So then she gets into Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. And explains a major plot loophole.
Oh, Dee Dee's my nickname. My real name's Judy.
It's a nickname for Judy? Judy? Judy. Dee Dee. That's a stretch. Then the ghost boyfriend gives the guys a thumbs up, like he's gonna get ghost laid. Now the best part of this whole episode is that presumably in the beginning, Dee Dee was visiting her own grave to give herself flowers.
Holding a bouquet of wildflowers.
Well, that was actually kind of romantic. That was like something that Meg Ryan would be in or something like that. I give myself 14 flowers out of 15 flowers. For myself. Thank you. Thank you. Oh.
Choking warning. Eat one at a time. Children should always be seated and supervised while eating.
I actually just spit marshmallow all over my screen. That's gross.